Hello everyone, I'm Ken and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing some of my own personal experience dealing with stress and anxiety during my different stages of life through my real estate career and before that. So this video will definitely be something different, but I thought I'll just share my experiences, my reflections and learnings, and maybe it might help out some of you who are going through something similar. I will talk about my understanding of where this stress and anxiety comes from, and also share 5 tips to deal with it. So you don't have to go and read a book or anything. Do note these are based on my own opinions and self-reflection. I also want to emphasize that I'm no professional psychologist or counselor or anything, but my sharings did help out some of my friends, and I felt like doing this video, especially right now we are going through this tough time of dealing with COVID and everything. And also Singapore isn't the most stress-free country to be living in. So yeah, I thought I'd just do this video and maybe it will help out someone else out there. If you think this video helped you out after watching or found it helpful, feel free to share it, and do provide feedback as well if you have your own opinions to share. Down at the comments below, I'll be very interested to hear your thoughts and other opinions. We can be open, we can help each other out, and we can learn from one another. Yep, let's go. So let's talk about why we experience stress and anxiety in the first place. There are good and bad reasons. Let's start with the bad reasons. Maybe you have been stuck in a certain place for a very long time, maybe a career, a specific job, or just a life situation. Maybe friend or family, politics, drama, or it could be anything else. Just being stuck and not knowing what to do about it. Frustration builds up, it becomes stress, and anxiety might follow on and off. Some even get to quite a more severe stage, which is depression. Because as we keep doing nothing about something, it will probably get worse slowly but surely. So the slightly more positive side of stress and anxiety comes from maybe trying to achieve something in life. So as you push, and whenever you push and chase to achieve something, there will definitely be a certain amount of stress involved because we step outside our comfort zone. Getting lost in the process, overcoming obstacles, failures, unlucky streaks, ups and downs while we chase our dreams or goals are all part of the pushing and learning process. So this is the slightly, in my opinion, slightly more positive source of stress. Hopefully less anxiety, but source of stress here. So when I ask some people around me whether they have stress or anxiety to deal with, some can tell me not at all. They're chilling, all is good. And of course, a lot others will share that they do experience it. What I realize is that if you're not experiencing it, it may be a good thing. But a lot of times, I don't know, it really depends what you want out of your life. Let's do this random example. I hope this example makes sense. Let's say you and I, we do an exploration trip through this new country or area we have not explored before. We both start at the same starting point and have no idea what is ahead of us. Let's say for you choose to explore slowly at a comfortable pace. You won't feel out of breath that way. You take the safer routes throughout the whole journey. It's comfortable. You won't experience as much stress. Me, on the other hand, I choose to jog or run, so at a faster pace because I want to see more and experience more with the same amount of time that we both have. I may go through riskier, rougher routes as well, but end of the day, I will most likely have more interesting encounters and experiences. The increased pace, the more adventurous options definitely means more stress in my life or the path I chose. To me, a healthy amount of stress is always a good thing, which means we are pushing ourselves at a sustainable pace. I'm not saying that either way is the right one. Both ways can be right, but you have to ask yourself what kind of life you want to live. Do you want to play it safer more predictable, or you really want to live your life, chase your dreams, and take the riskier routes. But do not play it safe just because you're afraid of taking chances or chasing after what you want. Because if you do that, your whole life you'll be always wondering and regretting not going for it, especially as you get older and older. And that itself causes frustrations and negative emotion builds over time. Anyway, let's head into the 5 tips, my 5 tips on dealing with stress and anxiety in no particular order. Okay, so my first tip 1, analyze your current situation. Look at what you're doing now, what you have. Is it aligned with what you really want to have or achieve? To me, life is not about the end results. Last time, maybe yes, I was just focused on the end results, but I realize it's important, but more important than that is the journey and giving it your best shot. Failure, whether you succeed or fail. Anyways, usually if we give it our best, our true best shot, we most likely will end up at a much better place than where we were. Even if it's not financially, it may be spiritually or mentally. Whether you succeed or fail, at least we do not live with regrets. We went for it. And that is the most important thing to me in life, is not to have any regrets. So a lot of times when you feel you are stuck, or when you feel like something is just missing, maybe you're just not taking enough actions or risk. Take calculated risk, not impatient, rushed risk, or shortcuts. More often than not, we end up overthinking risk and dangers that lie ahead, and we scare ourselves out of it. Our mind can sometimes be very, very lazy, so we gotta train it to be braver. So analyze your current situation, see whether you're heading towards your desired direction, and try to take action. Start with small steps, gain some momentum, and it gets easier over time, trust me. You start to be braver, you start to slowly experience the benefits of chasing what you really want in life, and then you start to take bigger steps, and it gets bigger benefits over time. So start it, but do not rush it, and be consistent with your progress or what you want to do. Tip 2 is a very simple thing, but it's very powerful as well. Think positive. For myself, I've been through multiple failures, mistakes, setbacks, so big you won't be able to imagine. Right now, looking back, I do not look at them as setbacks or mistakes or failures. I look at them as just opportunities I had to learn, grow, and become stronger as a person, or mentally by overcoming them. I have practiced positive thinking to a point that I even get a bit excited about challenging myself when I encounter such setbacks in life. That's one example of what I mean by thinking positive instead of just whining, ranting about it, feeling sad or depressed over it, which happens still. Even to me it happens still, but don't get me wrong, we are all human, so it does happen. But once you're done with that, move on quickly. Once we are done with that, we look towards the bright side and see the opportunity given to us to grow from the negative situation that you find yourself in. Over time, you get over the negative feelings faster and faster, and you're able to move forward quicker. Basically get up where you fall quicker. Yes, if you do not learn or do anything about it, then they are not considered opportunities. If you just throw it aside and try to forget about it, they are not considered opportunities. They end up really just being mistakes and failures, and you are likely to become even more risk averse from it because you have that bad memory in your mind. So in the future, long term, you also try to stay away from such risk. One side note about this, remember that our minds are really usually lazy. Sometimes things happen and you just convince yourself it's a one-off, create excuses for certain things happening, or pushing the blame to others. Oh, it's not my fault. Oh, my life is like that. That way you don't have to do anything about it. So that's lazy thinking, because our minds, if we convince ourselves to do that, then we don't have to do anything about it. Life goes on. There's no effort involved. You don't need to put in any energy or effort. But push those lazy thoughts aside and think about the factors you had control over, usually or always they are. And you can do things better if the same situation happens again in the future. Okay, tip 3, especially in Singapore, this one. Stop comparing or living for others, live for yourself. With our lives being surrounded by social media, and also Singapore being such a small country where everyone kind of know everyone, this is a big tip. There's a lot of comparing, conscious or subconscious, happening. Whenever you open Facebook, Instagram, we see many people doing well and stuff. Remember, most people only post the good stuff. More often than not, it's not as rosy behind the scenes. And the way Singapore and the Singapore society is, it creates a lot of expectations out of us. Sometimes even unrealistic expectations, not even from society, sometimes from family members, friends also. So add those expectations to the subconscious comparison happening when you go on social media. It creates a lot of stress and anxiety to a lot of people. It may not be you, but a lot of people do experience it. At least to a lot of people, at least to those people who maybe wants to get there, but are kind of stuck or not sure what to do about it. So as I mentioned before, getting stuck and not doing anything about it, or not knowing what to do about it, and every day you see other people are doing so well, it does builds that frustration, stress, and anxiety. I remember just about 10 years or so ago where social media didn't really exist. My impression of people in Singapore was totally different. I felt everyone or most people were more carefree, open and expressive, just being themselves more. Nowadays with social media, a lot succumb to the pressure of maintaining their image, becoming almost like a living dead, living a fake life, or instead of living for themselves, kind of. Every time you do something for others, or the reasons behind every time you do something for others, or reasons besides wanting to do it for yourself, you slowly start to lose small pieces of your personality and identity. Some people even reach to the point that they don't even know themselves anymore. And what happens? They become very lost and they feel very empty inside. Stop comparing, stop doing what you think you should be doing. Stop doing things or living a certain way just because you want to keep up with a certain image or impression online or towards friends and families or colleagues. Just some examples. Just start simple and start doing what you want to do. You can start simple, I mean. You live for yourself, not for others. What others think, what others says, it doesn't really matter. So we got to train that. One big aspect I want to talk about is career. Yes, almost everyone wants to earn enough money to survive and live the life, the high life, but that's not worth. It is good if you can achieve that, but it's not worth losing yourself over that. If I had to choose one, I'd rather not live the high life, and I'd rather keep myself and know who I am and be happy. Maybe for a while or a few years of grinding is still okay, but sometimes there's sacrifices. That's what I'm trying to say. So maybe you want to grind a few years to get some money, or some money to start a business or something like that. It's still okay, but it shouldn't be too long of a term. Because to do what we want, sometimes there's a bit of hardship or grinding to get through. We can't always do things that we like to do, but we should aim towards it. Nothing worth comes easy. Nothing worth it comes easy. But do not prolong the meaningless grind for too long. If not, it might jeopardize your mental health or well-being. So have a plan of where you want to end up career or work-life balance wise, and work towards it, instead of having no plan and just going through day by day like a zombie and doing mindless grinding. It'll be never ending, meaningless also, empty. Money doesn't buy happiness. The luxury of money is that it gives you options of how you want to live your life. Not what you want to buy, but how you want to live your life. So make the amount of money that allows you to live your life the way you want to live. The amount of money can be different for everyone. So it depends on how you want to live your life. Okay, so tip 4. Hope I haven't lost you all yet, but tip 4. Think less. Do not procrastinate. Just do. if you feel like drinking a certain coffee, eating a certain food, or doing a certain activity, let's say tomorrow, don't let your lazy mind talk you out of it. Just do it. Don't say, wow, need to travel all the way there just for coffee, or travel all the way there just to exercise. But you do feel like going there, but you think, oh, it's damn far away. Stop thinking, just go ahead and do it. Little practices like that are good little trainings to teach yourself how to chase and fight for what you want and overcome little obstacles. They are all counted as small wins. And you also feel good after accomplishing that task most of the time. You start to really find yourself chasing your little things of what you want to do in your mind, and you start to understand yourself better and feel good about yourself because you achieved it, you accomplished that task. Try it, it works. So this whole tip is really about gaining more confidence from being able to accomplish tasks, starting from small. Maybe it starts from small, but the tasks you are willing to complete will get bigger over time, and your confidence starts to grow. And being self-assured, confident, happy will make you more immune to stress and anxiety, and allow you to manage them better as well when it comes. Your defense mechanism will be stronger. If you want to take this to the next level, start doing things outside of your comfort zone to expand that comfort circle in your mind, to expand your mindset and experiences. To expand your experiences first, then your mindset will also grow. To me, life is all about learning and gaining as much new experiences as I can, and also eventually helping others as much as I can. And just simple things like that make life more meaningful and wholesome. Stepping out of the comfort zone will allow you to find out more about yourself and try new things, hanging out with new people, maybe a change in career. To me, staying in the comfort zone is the scariest thing in life, and being stagnant. I rather attack life than let life come to me and attack me. In uncomfortable situations is where we find out the most about ourselves. Okay, so the last tip 5. This one is very important. Setting boundaries. Career-wise, friends-wise, we only have so much time and so much energy. We want to spend it on the people and things that matter the most to us. Spending energy and time otherwise, like on more meaningless stuff or meaningless people, not meaningless people but people who don't mean that much to you, will not only deplete the energy, but it also sends some negative energy back to us, which creates anxiety and stress at times, because you don't feel good wasting the time and energy. Like if you hang out with people you don't like and then you get home after, you feel them shit for sure. Friends wise, it's not easy, but do it and you'll feel quite good. Cut off toxic people or even people that you hang out with for the sake of hanging out with. To me, even if I'm doing nothing, it is still time spent better than going out with friends I don't really consider friends, or because just because I want to keep them around. Maybe because I'm scared of losing people, scared of being lonely, or whatever reasons. I'd rather stay at home and do my stuff or do nothing at all. Toxic people should be easier to cut off. It does not matter how long you know them for. It's not about how long you know the person for, but the quality of connection you have with that person and the mutual respect and understanding you both have for each other. The respect for each other's time, opinions, etc. Okay, career-wise, for example, I work very hard for my clients and always give them in property and always give them 110% every time, most times. But in return, I do expect my clients to also respect my time and efforts. It's a mutual thing. I cut off toxic clients or friends. I cut off toxic clients or clients who just do not appreciate you and your efforts. I rather spend most of my time or efforts on a smaller group of quality clients. Yes, maybe when you first cut off that group of friends from your network or clients from your network, you might feel like you have a lot of time on your hands with nothing to do. Maybe you feel a bit sad or lonely in terms of friends, sad and lonely or whatever. But if you do not free up that time and energy, you will never create more opportunities to meet new people. You'll probably end up finding new activities to do as well, and end up meeting new groups of friends who appreciate you more or just have the similar vibe as you. Yeah, so last point for this tip is a lot of times we get caught up with life, career, family. For example, do not be afraid to take a short break. Taking a break is better than us breaking down. Slowing down, get some much needed space. Don't think about the consequences. You can deal with that later. Emails, WhatsApp messages and stuff can wait. Your mental state is more important. So right now you probably realize that a lot of these tips are related to finding yourself, knowing yourself more, fighting for what you want, feeling good about yourself, but still leaving a healthy amount of space to grow and learn and experience new and other things in life. It's not about changing who you are. People always get it wrong. It's not like, oh, I know I'm like that. No, it's about improving yourself and getting to the best version of yourself you can be. It's a never-ending journey. You'll never be the best version, but it's all about improving yourself in a way. And by practicing most of the 5 tips there, it will help you protect against an unhealthy amount of stress and anxiety. It should lah, because that's what helped me. That's what helped a lot of my friends. A certain amount of stress, do remember a certain amount of stress is good. It comes hand in hand with growth. Everything in life should be a balance. So as long as the stress is on a more manageable, sustainable pace, it's all good. Don't be impatient and push it too hard. A lot of us are always very impatient. Over time, with consistency, your tolerance and management of stress will get better, and then we can slowly start to speed up our growth process a little by then. So I hope this video helps you out, or maybe helps someone else out, or at least maybe you found it interesting if you are not going through any stressful times or don't need this video at all. As mentioned, feel free to share this video if you feel it might benefit others, and if you want to talk to me about a certain topic, you can comment in this video, or let me know directly through my contact in the description. Let me know if you have any feedback as well. I would like to hear that. Feel free to reach out to me directly if you have a certain question you want to ask me about. I'm not some guru or what, but I have experiences and thoughts to share, and I'll try my best to help out. So I wish everyone a good year ahead. Thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye.